Welcome back to the Scramble Drill Podcast. It is week 12 of the NFL, just wrapped. Over half the season's over. It's going by far too fast, and there is so much to talk about this week. I'm Ben Watts. Landon Davis is across from me. Landon, how are we doing on week 12?
I mean, I'm looking at these standings, and a lot of them don't make sense to me, Ben. I'll be honest with you. A lot of it doesn't make sense to me, but we're gonna get through it. This was a good week. Good week of football. Big time matchups. A lot to get to. So,
if I looked at some of these standings, I would think we were back in like 2014.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah, some of this is weird.
This is a 2014. The AFC is 2014. It's Patriots, Broncos, Colts, Ravens, and then Chargers, which wouldn't have been the case. But like that's,
Phillip Rivers was good back then.
Is that it's 2014?
Phillip Rivers was good.
Yeah, but
he would have the Chargers competitive.
But like you're talking about Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and then the Ravens just always in the mix. Like that's crazy.
Prime Joe Flacco.
But,
all right, let's get into it. Right away, starting out with heartbreak, the Buffalo Bills lose on Thursday night to the Houston Texans. No C.J. Stroud. It is General Mills at the helm. But he is not the reason they win this game. They win this game because their defense has 8 sacks. Can we just talk for a second about Will Anderson Jr.? He is...
Yeah.
He's got to be top 3 pass rushers in the league. Like, it's Garrett, and Will Anderson's not that far behind him.
He's been fantastic. And I just want to, highlight something. Obviously, this is true, but we got to say it. 8 sacks on Josh Allen. I mean,
he's a hard quarterback to sack.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. They didn't sack Aaron Rodgers 8 times, who's just falling down when someone gets near him. They sacked Josh Allen, who was fighting to stay up, and
the Bills
so I've got two things
have had a very good offensive line for the past few years, and they have a good offensive line this year. Very good.
There's a couple things on the Texans, man. I said it in our group chat. If C.J. Stroud can be the 15th best quarterback in the league, they're interesting. If he can be a top 8 quarterback, they could compete for a Super Bowl. Now, I definitely don't think he's that. But if the rest of the season, he could be the 15th best quarterback, that's a team you don't want to play in the playoffs. Now, they're going to have to squeak in through the back door. It's a really jumbled mix right now. But they've got a lot of this ahead of them. They play the Jags again? Who's ahead of them? No, but they got the Colts twice. They got the Raiders, they got the Cardinals, and they got the Chiefs. Like, they control a lot of their destiny, actually.
Yeah.
If he can be the 15th best quarterback, they're scary because that defense is right there with Seattle for the best in the league and Denver. Those 3.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much to add. I mean, just if you have a league average offense, which theoretically should be doable with the weapons they have. I get the offensive line is not the greatest, although the Bills had 0 sacks on Davis Mills. That's something to note. They're making it work with Woody Marks and Nick Chubb combo in the backfield. They probably should have gotten somebody at the deadline, but they didn't do it. I mean, but the weapons are fantastic there too. I mean, you got Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins is really emerging. 2nd round pick they had, so they've got the pieces to be a playoff contender.
They've got a receiving core that I really like, where they have the guy in Nico, even though they only had 3 targets, he's the guy who can kind of do everything. Decent after the catch, good deep, good short. I mean, can kind of do everything. And then they bring in Higgins, who is like a jump ball threat. Then they got Noel and a couple other guys who were more Christian Kirk, who were more like slot intermediate guys. Like, I like receiving cores that have a lot of variety in their receivers, and they got that right now. They got a good thing going, and their offense has really come along from the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year was awful. And I don't think it actually coincided with Stroud's injury. Like, I'm not saying that because they had turned it around the last few weeks he had played. But something really interesting I saw this week, Ben. They felt the need to announce that when Stroud is healthy, he'll be their starting quarterback.
That's weird.
I thought that was strange because that's something that should be obvious,
Assumed.
is it not?
Any team starting quarterback when healthy should be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a pointed question from a reporter or what, and I don't even remember who said it, if it was the head coach, assistant, I don't remember who it was, but they made it a point to say that. That worries me a little bit because Davis
I
Mills,
guess they're only saying that
fine
because
for a backup.
He's 3-0 as the starter, or is he 3-0? He's 3-0, I think.
He is 3-0. He is 3-0, and he's played really good in one game and okay in two. And I don't know. There's a CJ Stroud extension question that we need to go over in the next few weeks, probably not this week, but like this is year 3. Year 3 is when you pay a quarterback when you know you have a quarterback, and in the next couple of weeks we need to have a serious Stroud conversation of what they're thinking for that. But again, we can do that. We can do that in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that's a little too early. I don't know. It's something I agree with you is worrisome, but I mean, surely it's got to be like the Mac Jones situation. Like the backup's coming in, he's doing what you want him to do, but he's never like this isn't going to continue for Davis Mills. Like if you kept him as a starter, there's going to be a horrific game on the way.
Right.
On the Bills side, they fall to 7-4. The Bills are dangerous. Not dangerously close. Unless the Patriots slip up, they're not going to win the division. The Bills have essentially locked themselves out of a home playoff game. And the same worries that we've had for them all season, I don't think the defense is incredible. They've got a lot of injuries there. Their wide receiver core, they don't have a guy on the offense. And I get Dalton Kincaid's injured, but Dalton Kincaid still is not that much of a difference maker when he's healthy and in the offense. You got Josh Allen with nobody to go to. That's the story of the game for me. They couldn't protect him. He made some bonehead plays. Yeah. I'll give you that. That's comes in the DNA of Josh Allen, which I think they just need to live and die by. I mean, the best quarterbacks in the league make mistakes. Mahomes will throw 10, 12 picks a year. And he's the best quarterback in the league. Like, that doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, he didn't play well. Obviously, he played pretty well the game before when he scored 6 touchdowns.
Yeah. This is Josh
but this is 2 of the last 3. This is 2 of the last 3 weeks. He's not played well, and we can say that. That's fine. It seems like he's pressing a good bit, knowing that there's just not a lot out there, especially in this game when they were all over him. I thought this was a horrendous Joe Brady game. The play calling was insane. Every time early in the game, every time James Cook touched the ball, it seemed like he was very productive. He was staying ahead of the chains, and then he breaks off the 45-yard touchdown, whatever it was. And then they just go away from him, and he doesn't get the ball forever. And then there was one play where they ran it. They got like around the 40-yard line, and they ran it 4 straight times to him right up the middle and didn't get a first down. Like all 4 plays. They have Josh Allen in the backfield. They have Josh Allen, and they run James Cook up the middle, 4 straight plays, don't pick up a first, turnover on downs, and it was just a mess from there. I thought Joe Brady was really bad. Like, he looked unprepared for this, and the Bills, they beat the Chiefs, and we're going to talk about the Chiefs. So they won their Super Bowl, but the Chiefs are 6-5. They beat the Bucks, who's like the other good team they've beat, and the Falcons, which they've got 4
Falcons
wins.
are not a good team.
The Falcons are not a good team. I didn't want to just come out and say it, but they're not
Falcons
a good team.
They're bad.
Their 2 wins against teams that we think are close to good are the Bucks and the Chiefs. They're both 6-5. They beat the Panthers, who, they got 5 wins or whatever they got. Everything, and they beat the Ravens, who are now 6-5 as well. So those are their wins. But man, just the strength that their wins versus their strength of schedule is not living up to what it has in the past.
No. And if you've listened to this podcast before, I mean, every time we get to the playoffs, you know how much of a Josh Allen fan I am. I have never in the past 5 years, thought that McDermott was the answer for this team. I still do not think McDermott is. He is not going to get this team over the hump. He doesn't coach well in these big games. Joe Brady doesn't coach well in these big games. I'm sorry, they're not the answer for the Bills. I want the Bills to win. I want that. And when they devote so much to the defense as well, and the defense is never that good. The Bills never have a defense that terrifies me.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. Like, Mike Tomlin does this as well, where, to me, if you're a defensive head coach, spend money on the offense. Figure out the defense. If you're an offensive head coach, like Sean McVay, for a while there, he was spending a lot of money on the defense and, like, you know, getting 5th round, 3rd round guys for their offense. Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams and these guys. He's like,
Cooper
I
Kupp.
can figure that out. Yeah, you get me the defense, right? I can figure that all out. I don't know. Here's what can't happen, Ben. It just can't. And we're going to talk about the Chiefs. If the Chiefs miss the playoffs, which is possible, I don't know if it's likely, but it's possible. Or if the Chiefs get bounced early, Buffalo can't fall flat in that season. They have to take advantage of that. This has been their kryptonite all, like, the last few years. They can't allow the year the Chiefs are down and out, they're also down and out. They've got to take advantage of this if that winds up being the case.
And what's kind of, we'll talk about the Chiefs in a little while, but it kind of gives the same vibe to me is that, you know, the Chiefs and the Bills have been in this race together, it feels like, to where they have had all the resources, they've had all the big moments, they've had everything go the right way for both of these teams. And it feels like they're hitting the decline at the same time because they've been so in lockstep each season that now that the Chiefs' resources and the Chiefs are kind of having a bad season, maybe not a rebuild, but like they just need to take a season and figure it out to get ready for next year. And the Bills, it feels like, are hitting that at the same time that it's happening to the Chiefs, but they just never got it done, so it's going to suck.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think the Chiefs are going to miss the playoffs. But even if they did, if they miss the playoffs, that is in terms of all-time quarterbacks, that's a devastating blow for Mahomes. Missing the playoffs is just not an option if you're an all-time elite quarterback. But at the end of the day, he's sitting on 3 Super Bowls, multiple MVPs. He's got all the awards you could want. He's got that in his bag. If the Bills get bounced early, I don't think they're in jeopardy of missing. But if they get bounced early or something like that, man, they don't have those trophies to fall back on. They have not gotten it, and they need to figure it out and clean it up. You know, we got whatever it is, 6 weeks left.
They made no moves at the deadline. You don't have many weapons on offense. You have James Cook, who is, don't get me wrong, is good, but Josh Allen doesn't have one guy that he truly trusts. Like, he can throw 10 screens to Khalil Shakir all he wants. That's not going to win you a playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hear what I'm not saying. As I know Josh Allen can put the cape on. He can win any game in the NFL. Any game in the NFL, he can do it. And you lost to a good Texans team. It was a close game. You lost to a good Texans team, so it's not the end of the world. But it's frustrating. You see, there are glaring cracks in the armor. I'm worried. I'm worried about the Bills.
Yeah. That's a good word to use. It's okay to be worried at this point. It's okay.
I'm not panicked. The same reason I'm not going to be panicked on the Chiefs. But I'm worried.
Yeah.
All right. Let's skip past this one quickly. Falcons Saints. Kirk Cousins wins. I don't have anything on the only thing I'll say on the Falcons is, again, we overpaid to move up in the first round because it's going to suck watching the Rams make our top 10 pick this season. But our pass rush is much improved. James Pierce is
pass
good.
Rush.
Jalen Walker is very, very good. I saw this and I sent it to the group chat. I haven't read the article yet. But it was an article from ESPN talking about, is it possible that neither Kirk Cousins or Michael Penix are the starter in 2026? Did you see that?
Dude, Raheem Morris came out and said it.
Did he
He's
say
like,
it?
yeah,
See,
we're going to have to bring in somebody.
I haven't read it.
Raheem
I didn't
Morris
read that yet.
Raheem Morris said that Kirk's likely going to be gone, and they're going to have to bring in somebody to compete with Penix.
To compete. Oh, that's not good.
First off, I'm like, Raheem, are you 100% sure you're going to be there? But
I want to
maybe
like
he is,
Raheem.
maybe he knows.
I want to like Raheem. I really do. I just don't think he's head coach material.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been a head coach before, right? It didn't work out. I'm trying to remember.
He
where
was the interim.
Was it Tampa?
Yeah, he was with Tampa. I'm trying to remember the timeline because he was the interim for Atlanta in 2019. He was the interim, and then obviously I think he was interim here. I think he went to Tampa, and then goes to the Rams, and now back to the Falcons. But he was only a head coach for like a year in Tampa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. You got anything on the Saints?
No.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. All right. The big game of the 1 o'clock window. Let's just get straight to it. Colts Chiefs. Chiefs win. Yeah. Finally get a 1-score win in overtime against the Colts. I mean, we were saying in the group chat, like, once the second half hit and the Chiefs got close, I knew there was no chance the Colts win that. Like, if you want to match up in a tight game, Daniel Jones versus Patrick Mahomes, it's not even close, dude.
See, that's the thing. There were, in the past, right, the Chiefs got the ball with, let me look at this. They got the ball, I'm trying to see the time and score, down 3 with 7 minutes left. And you text in the chat that the game's over. And I remember thinking, dude, I don't feel that way. And they went 3 and out. 3 and out. Patrick Mahomes got the ball in the fourth quarter, down 3, 7.5 minutes left, 3 and out. Now, gave the ball to the Colts, and the Colts went 3 and out as well.
I think that's where Josh and I were talking in the group chat and said, my gosh, like, I knew in my head that, like, there was no way Spags is going to let Daniel Jones move the ball down the field on him. And it didn't. He went 3 plays in 1 yard.
Yeah, 3 plays, 1 yard. But here's what got me. People have talked all year, like I hear people in the media saying, teams are not afraid of the Chiefs. Teams are not afraid of the Chiefs. Teams are not afraid of the Chiefs. And I didn't believe it for a second. Now I'll say this. They are and they're not. I didn't believe that teams were genuinely not afraid of the Chiefs. I really didn't. I thought, no, they're still afraid, whatever. I'll tell you what's true. They might be afraid of the Chiefs as a whole and just their pedigree and their ability to find ways to win, even though they haven't really shown it this year. They're not afraid of their offense. The Colts punting the ball there, they had a 4th and 4 with 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. And I know you said, are you going to trust Daniel Jones with that? Look, years ago, there is no chance a team would have punted this ball. They were at Kansas City's 45, 4th and 4, and they take a delay of game to punt it. I'm telling you, you remember this 3 years ago, that ain't happening. 2 years ago, 4 years ago, that is not happening. Teams are going for it because they know if we give them the ball back, they're going to beat us. They said, we can give him the ball back, and we're not sure if he's going to beat us. And he wound up not beating them. Patrick went down. They get a field goal to tie the game as time expires, and they win it in overtime. But that stood out to me as, like, teams may still be afraid of the Chiefs as a whole. They are not afraid of that offense. They're just not. Even the Colts with Daniel Jones are not afraid of that offense right now.
Yeah. I mean, in the Colts had them dead to rights the entire game. The Colts should have won this game.
Yep.
There's no excuse for the Colts not to have won. I mean, you're up 20-9 at halftime. The only reason they lost is because of Spags in the defense. It's Spags in the defense, but Daniel Jones the boys just did not move the ball in the second half. And that's going to be the blueprint to beat the Colts. Take Jonathan Taylor away and you got him. It's very easy.
Right. And so when I say teams are not afraid of their offense, here's where I think teams still are afraid of the Chiefs. And I have nothing to back this up other than what I know is true in my heart. Fourth quarter of this game, Denver's watching. The Bills are watching. Whoever else you want to put up there. Patriots are watching. Who do you think they were pulling for?
Pulling for the Colts.
You think they were pulling? Yeah. Were they pulling for the 5-5 Chiefs to win and maybe sneak in the playoffs, or were they pulling for the Colts to knock the Chiefs out? They're pulling for the Colts. They can say what they want. They do not want the Chiefs in there. And look, the Chiefs, they made some big plays in this game. Xavier Worthy had the big third down. Rashee Rice had a big fourth down catch. What's his name got knocked unconscious and called a pass. Like they made Patrick made big plays in the fourth quarter, but they are not able to punch in touchdowns right now. There's something going on with the offense. I don't know what it is, but
they finally found
and then
some
from the Colts
semblance
perspective
of a running game, so that's good for the Chiefs to take
true.
note of.
Kareem Hunt had 30 carries.
What is this? Are we back in 2018?
I was about to say, this is the year 2025, and he had 30 carries. But the Chiefs clearly just said, and this is why there are so many similarities with this year's Colts and last year's Vikings. The Chiefs just said, hey, man, we're going to load the box. Jonathan Taylor, you're not beating us. Daniel Jones, go ahead and beat us. We don't think you can, and they were right. And that's the blueprint. I don't know why teams haven't done it. Maybe teams have been trying, they just couldn't. Oh my goodness. I'm just seeing this right now. Once the fourth quarter started, you want me to read you the Colts drives?
I can just go ahead and assume punt.
They went 3 and out for -2 yards, 3 and out for 7 yards, 3 and out for 1 yard, and then in overtime, 3 and out for 7 yards.
Yeah.
That's the fourth quarter in overtime. Tough to win games, Ben.
This was a Daniel Jones game for me. This is why, everybody knows this was going to be an issue for them, is once you took away, every part of me, even at halftime, I'm kind of with you to where, I was not terrified of the beast that is Patrick Mahomes is going to just storm back and take over this game. It was, I don't think Daniel Jones can do anything to win this game. Or to, all he's got to do, keep him at arm's length. You got him 20-9.
Yep.
They're not playing well. You're playing okay, pretty well to have him at 20-9. And then the Colts got tight. And Daniel Jones is not going to play well tight. They can't do it.
Yeah, I can't put my trust in him until he's won a playoff game before. Give him credit. He beat Kirk Cousins, who notoriously can't win playoff games. But I just can't trust in him. And I'll say this: look, the Chiefs, don't let them get hot. Don't let them get hot. They play Dallas next week. Now Dallas, it might not be an easy win, but they should be able to. That offense should be able to get clicking. That passing offense specifically. Dallas, now that they've traded for Quentin Williams, they might be just really good against the run. I think we've seen that in the first 2 weeks. You can still throw on them.
What do the Chiefs not do well? Run.
Right. If the Chiefs come out there and Pat goes for 350 and throws a couple touchdowns and they get going and looking good, they have the Houston Texans the next week, so that's not great. Maybe that brings them back down to earth, but this is not a team that the NFL wants to get hot.
And last thing I'll say, too, on the Colts is their schedule is very backloaded. They have the Texans, then the Jags, then the Seahawks, then the 49ers, and the Jags again, and the Texans. They could lose this division.
They could definitely lose the division. This might sound crazy. They're not 100% locked to make the playoffs.
I don't think that's crazy.
Maybe that's a little bit far.
I think it's unlikely that they miss the playoffs. But, there is a world. I don't think it's a likely world, but there's a world. I mean, Texans beat them next week. I could easily see that. The Jags are no scrubs. Then I would honestly,
you think Daniel?
I would honestly predict that they do lose to the Seahawks and 49ers. Like, I think that will happen. Seahawks defense is going to shut Daniel Jones down, and Kyle Shanahan will beat the Colts. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at what they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 6 games left. I think they'd be happy with 3-3. They'd be thrilled with 3-3.
Oh my gosh! If you can get in at 12-5, that's with the second half of this schedule, that's great.
Yeah, but they would be 11-6 at that point. 3-3.
Oh no,
gets you
you're right. You're
11-6.
right. You're right. 11-6. I thought they had 9. You're right.
I don't know, man.
Shoot, man.
I'm really interested in these Texans and Jags games. I can't believe they have 4 of their last 6 are the Texans and Jags. That's crazy.
It's gonna be an explosive finish for the AFC South.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
All right,
I'm excited.
We spent a long time on those games. Let's go. I mean, I feel like there's stuff to say here. Steelers and Bears. The Bears. They keep finding ways to win these games. Keep finding ways to do it.
Seed.
Now,
do I believe in them?
We say they're the 3 seed. Look at their schedule in the second half of the season. My gosh. If my
they got Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers. Yeah.
49ers, Lions. They could win 1 or 2 of those games only.
Yeah.
Like, the Browns are the only one that like
today,
they should win.
I saw earlier today that they've had the 31st ranked strength of schedule thus far, and the Patriots have had the 32nd. Like, those 2 teams, one's 9-2, one's 8-3. They have had the easiest strength of schedule. I can't get myself there with the Bears.
But the Patriots' strength of schedule doesn't get harder. They have an easy finish to the season.
Right.
The Bears have a ridiculous finish.
I'm just saying, like, wins in this league they're wins in this league. They are hard to come by. I just can't get myself there with the Bears. Every game I come away and I'm like, I think they've only played really well once. They played really well against Dallas. That's their only like good game they've played. I mean, they've played good, but I don't know. Their defense has been really banged up. They're about to get some guys back, I think, and hopefully that helps. I'm talking about them like they lost. They won. Congratulations. They're 8-3. I can't get.
We're looking at the Bears for more
of
like a rest of season lens.
Yeah, I certainly can't get there as far as Super Bowl contention, but even I can't imagine them winning this division. I mean, I know they're winning it right now, but
they could change their mind. They could change their mind on Friday. If they go out there in Philadelphia and beat the Eagles, then we need to have a conversation. Sure. Then we need to have a conversation.
They will be the 2 seed with the tiebreaker against the Eagles. Like, yeah, for sure. I can't get there until I see them beat a good team. They have a negative 3-point differential. I mean, I just can't get there. Yeah, I need to see them beat a good team. And you say the Steelers are good. The Steelers are fine. With Mason Rudolph, come on. Like, give the Bears props. They've got an easy schedule, and they've taken advantage of it. Like, it would be a lot different if they were 6-5 right now. They're 8-3. It's a great record. I'm just not there yet.
If it sounds like we're pulling against the Bears, we're not pulling against the Bears. I just don't believe it yet. I have to see it.
I would rather them win the division than the Packers, just because I think they're more fun to watch than the Packers. I'd probably rather the Lions win than them, but I'm not pulling against the Bears at all. Like, I hope they do win, but it's just not. Yeah.
On the Steelers side, we'll talk about the Ravens later, but I've been calling this since like Lamar Jackson got hurt, that the Steelers are not taking advantage of this, and the Ravens have an easy schedule that they can take advantage of. And now lo and behold, the Ravens are in first in the division, and the Steelers have completely let it go.
Yeah, I didn't think it would happen this fast. I did not think it would. I thought it would happen. I didn't think it happened right now. And you're looking at
Their schedule
Bills,
rough.
Ravens twice, Lions, and then Cleveland.
Browns
who always
are not
plays
an
them
easy
tough.
win.
Like,
Browns are not an easy win.
no, they always play them tough. They ain't. They ain't making the playoffs.
I don't think it's too much to say it's over. Wrap it up.
I mean, it would be. They ain't making the playoffs. I'll say that. I don't see a way. I don't see, not with how jumbled this division is. Like, everybody would have to beat up on each other, and they'd have to sneak in at 9-8, which I just don't think is going to happen in this AFC.
Yeah. No,
So.
we'll see, but I don't believe. Patriots Bengals. Patriots moved to 10-2. We talk about easy schedules. They've had an easy schedule. They're taking advantage of it. They look like a legit contender in every phase of it. They're, Drake May. Drake May is, I think, I think he's leading the NFL in passing yards, and I don't know if he's had a game over like 320 or something like that. Something crazy. He's been so consistent.
I don't think
with
he's
his passing numbers this year.
I don't think he's ever thrown for 300. I don't think he's ever thrown for 300 yards in his career.
I'm trying to find his game by game.
I think his last 300-yard passing game was against Duke.
He has not thrown for 300 this year.
Yeah, no, his last 300-yard passing game was against Duke in college, which I love to hear that. It's music to my ears. But, yeah.
And he's leading the league in
I don't
passing
have a lot to
yards.
say about this game.
I will say I was pulling for the Bengals because I want there to be some meaning when Joe Burrow comes back. They're saying Joe Burrow is going to for sure play on Thanksgiving, which is more fun. The NFL is more fun when Joe Burrow plays, but
definitely more fun.
Their season is over. At 4-7, there's a little bit more to play for when he comes back versus 3-8. Like, they have to essentially win out.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Ravens Jets. I've got nothing on the Jets, but the Ravens offense is not what we expected when Lamar Jackson came back.
Well, here's the problem. Lamar's not running, period. Again, and just, we'll say this, another game where Breece Hall leads the Jets in receiving. They just have nothing. But
as
anyway,
a fantasy owner, I'm okay.
Lamar's not running. I'm okay with Lamar not running if he's just saying, we've had an easy schedule since I've come back from injury. I'm not 100% yet. I'm not going to run unless it's 100% necessary. That I'm fine with. And their offense just isn't going to look great, but they can win despite it. If he's not running because he can't, he's literally too injured to do it, and he's not going to be able to do it all year, this team will not win a playoff game.
Ooh, that's a problem.
Like, his game is not the same if he can't run. His passing will not be the same because defenses are just, if they think this dude can't run on us, they're going to play him completely different, and he's not going to be able to handle it. Derrick Henry's not going to be as efficient. Just nothing works if he can't use his superpower, which is, even on plays where he doesn't run, the threat of him running is his superpower that affects everything. If he's not running just to protect himself, and then once late in the season comes and they're in a tough spot, he will, that's fine. Whatever. If he can't run, this is a problem.
Can you imagine, just picture with me, if you will, him going and playing Spags defense, unable to run?
Yeah, good luck.
No.
With those weapons, happening. I'm taking away Derrick Henry, and if you're not going to run, I'm just going to trust my DBs to cover you one-on-one. If you can't run, see, that's the thing. Nobody could play man-to-man against Lamar because, good gosh, if everybody's covering somebody, if he gets out of the pocket, it's probably a touchdown. But if he can't run, we can throw whatever defense we want to at him. I don't like it. I don't like it if he can't run. Again, they've taken over the division. Good for them. None of it matters if he's not healthy.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Got nothing on the Jets. Seahawks, Titans. I don't really have anything here. I mean, the Titans are really bad. The Seahawks are really good. The box score does not reflect really how the game went. I mean, the Seahawks got up huge and then kind of just took their foot off the gas. The Titans scored a touchdown with like
I need to see
minute left or like 2 seconds left or something.
I need to see some stats on the Titans. Let me look. Because did they have another special teams touchdown in this game? No, maybe they didn't.
I don't
know what I'm thinking about.
No, they
maybe
did.
They had a big special teams.
DK had a 90-yard touchdown.
They did have it.
return.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. Like, they have had a lot of special teams touchdowns, I feel like. They're like, I don't know, whatever.
That's the only way they get touchdowns.
Yeah, don't let the box score fool you. It's not looking great in Titans land.
Only thing
we
I
will
need
have
to
a
pay attention
conversation
to.
about whether they replace Cam Ward or not eventually.
Only thing I want to pay attention to is people are talking about this. I haven't looked at the numbers myself, but is JSN on pace to break Calvin Johnson's record? I think he is.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Now I don't know if he's on pace to break it through 16 games, but he's on pace to break it through 17. Yeah, he's on pace to have 2,000.
Just a ridiculous year he's having. Unbelievable year.
It's unbelievable. With the lack of passing volume he's doing it with, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I swear he scores a 60-yard touchdown every week.
Yeah. I don't know.
Insane. Packers, Vikings. Packers dominate every facet of this game. Jordan Love doesn't have an incredible statistical game. It doesn't matter. No Josh Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson scores a couple touchdowns. It's same old with the Packers offense. I really don't have a ton to talk about there. Same thing we've been talking about.
I don't have anything to talk about with the Packers. I mean, they win. I'm really interested to see, these upcoming Bears games with them.
I think
they got the Lions this week. I'm super pumped about that one.
I've heard Jaden Reed is close to a return, which will be a big boost for their offense. I know we've talked about him in the past being incredibly frustrating for fantasy, but he is a huge asset to their offense.
Especially with Tucker Kraft out. Like they obviously they're very different in body style, but they're not all that different in play style. Jaden Reed is really good after the catch. He can go deep a little bit, but he's really better after the catch. So, that'll be good for them.
Huge boost
I'm excited about their upcoming games. I don't have a ton about this game for them. No. I do want to talk about something with the Vikings. we got to talk about J.J. McCarthy. We got to talk about this.
You mean 9?
Yeah, so you give your spiel about JJ, how you feel about him. And
I've got
so many questions.
Ever since Justin Jefferson came into the league, I've been a fan of his. I've had him in the granddaddy of them all fantasy league.
Before that, we were in college together when LSU was tearing everything up. We loved that team. So
yeah, that's one of my favorite all-time college teams. I'm a huge Justin Jefferson fan.
Absolutely.
Right? And I've got him in the most important fantasy league in my heart, which is like a big deal. I'm going to make the playoffs in that league, but my team is just a little short. It doesn't have quite the ump. And I came to the realization that, look, I might have to move Justin Jefferson. I don't want to do it, but if I want to try to win, I think I've got to do it. And because of J.J. McCarthy, he has brought down Justin Jefferson's value so much that I can't move one of my favorite players for a reasonable price. Not even a ridiculous overpay. A reasonable price in fantasy. I am so angry.
It's unbelievable what McCarthy has done to Jefferson. And you think, oh, well, if Jefferson's not producing well, Jordan Addison must be playing well, right? Nope, he had 0 catches on 1 target.
What about T.J. Hawkinson, though? He's a really good tight end. He's really good. Oh, he had 19 yards. He had 19 yards.
19 yards. So here's the thing with McCarthy. Look, I don't understand the X's and O's. I certainly don't understand what it's like to be a rookie quarterback in the NFL. What I do understand is that he is being treated by the Vikings like no other NFL player I can remember. Ben, they're treating him like a basketball player. And what do I mean by that? Or a baseball player. In baseball, we have what's called, what fans call phantom IL stints. It's when a guy's not performing. You say he's got this issue, he's hamstring or back or whatever. You put him on the IL, and it's really not because he's injured. It's really just to rest him. I was saying that earlier in the year with this ankle injury. I never saw him get hurt. There was nothing about him getting hurt. All of a sudden, he's on IR earlier this year. And like 3 weeks in, they say it's a high ankle. I never saw that till like 3 weeks in. Now, they get done with the game, no problems. They board the plane, no problems. At some point during their plane ride, the dude has concussion symptoms, and now he's in concussion protocol.
I'm pretty sure Jefferson hit him with a bat, or Kevin O'Connell threw him up against a wall.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's what it said in Adam Schefter's tweet. Was like, they noticed symptoms during the plane. Yeah, that's because Justin Jefferson hit him in the back of the skull. That's when they noticed the symptoms. That's what happened.
Yeah, it was unrelated to football. It was
JJ, why are you bleeding?
And it just seems like, I mean, if he misses another game, truly, if he misses a game because of this concussion protocol, they're just hiding him. And that doesn't happen in the NFL. It doesn't happen. If you get benched in the NFL, the coach comes out and says, "We're going a different direction this week." That's how it happens in the NFL. No one pretends they're hurt. This isn't the thing I love about football. One of the things I love about football, and one of the things I think everyone loves about football, dude, these guys can be broken ribs, broken hands, choking on their own blood. They're getting out there on Sunday if they can get out there. This is not baseball. This is not basketball, where those guys will miss 3 weeks for a hangnail. NFL, if you can play, you play. I love that about this league. It doesn't seem like they're taking that approach with J.J. McCarthy. It just does. It seems like they're trying to bench him without benching him. And
they know they messed up. They know they messed up.
If they messed up, they have to realize they're going to have to admit it at some point. And admitting it doesn't look like going to the podium and saying we messed up. Admitting it says we're benching him. But their backup plan, Carson Wentz, he's out for the year too. I don't know who else they have.
I don't remember. It's not Nick Mullins. I don't think. I mean, you have the Falcons even admitting like
still Nick Mullins.
I mean, if you got Raheem Morris apparently coming up to the podium said, yeah, we need to bring somebody in to compete with Michael Penix. Y'all can at least do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I said it a couple weeks ago. The episode actually never got posted, I don't think. I think it was in this one, but I said it,
Josh,
a couple weeks ago. Kyler Murray's going to be the starting quarterback for the Vikings next year.
I would love that. I own a lot of Kyler Murray in fantasy. That's cool. That's great for me.
Yeah. I see it from a mile away. I mean, it's just
Kevin O'Connell.
If McCarthy's still there. I don't know if
Kevin O'Connell made Kirk Cousins hundreds of millions of dollars. And Kirk's good, don't get me wrong. Or at least prime Kirk was good. He made Sam Darnold. Like, think about this. Justin Jefferson, he hasn't had an incredible quarterback situation since Kirk left, obviously. But Sam Darnold, like he was a wide receiver 2 with Sam Darnold. He's put up wide receiver 1 numbers with Nick Mullins. With Carson Wentz, he's put up wide receiver 1 numbers. He has yet to do that with J.J. McCarthy. That's how bad J.J. McCarthy is playing the position of quarterback. Nick Mullins is better than you.
Yeah, and I said it earlier. I'm not a NFL scout, right? I don't understand the quarterback position like any of these guys do. But if I was an NFL scout, from now on, if I am evaluating a quarterback, part of my evaluation wants to be, I want to see him throw passes in college. Is that fair?
Picture with me, if you will, okay? And there were a lot of people on this from the very beginning. You have a quarterback, all right? He is on an extremely talented and good roster in college, which that can carry a team by itself, okay? He's got one of the best coaches in college football, all right? He's got such a good running game that he throws like 13 passes a game. All right. And he's got one of the best defenses in college football. All right. And his coaching staff is stealing the plays of the other team. You think that guy's going to be a good pro?
Look, man, I saw this every quarterback at Alabama before Jalen Hurts. I mean, we can go through them. Those guys got drafted in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Like, no team was like, hey, let's take this guy. I mean, he handed it to Derrick Henry
AJ McCarron,
every play.
AJ McCarron was a great college quarterback. He was like a 5th rounder. Yeah. He won 2 national championships.
Everybody's like, oh, wait, no.
He won 2. He won back-to-back national championships.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're not drafting him. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't get it. But that's where we are, and they're treating him like a basketball player, and I do not like it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the analysis I got. I don't want to talk about J.J. McCarthy anymore. Let's move on. Lions and Giants. On the Lions side, Jahmyr Gibbs might be the best running back in football.
Yeah, he and I'll say this, he and Jonathan Taylor are uniquely gifted for long touchdown runs. Like, those two guys are, does that necessarily mean they're the best 2 running backs? No. They're certainly up there. Like, they both have arguments. I think Christian McCaffrey still has an argument with what he's doing, but
I think he man, I want to say Gibbs is the best, but with what JT's doing, and then I just can't throw Christian McCaffrey out of the hat yet. So I agree with you there.
Yeah. And then, whatever. But this was not a reassuring game if you're a Lions fan.
No.
Like,
now, I do appreciate that we got the full Jameis Winston experience. He is must-watch TV when he plays. He is must-watch.
I loved Jameis being in there. But this was, man, as a Lions fan, like, they should have lost. The Giants should have come into their building and beat them. Now, they pull it out in the end. They catch a few breaks, and then Jahmyr Gibbs obviously has the 70-yard touchdown run in overtime or whatever. But I don't feel great if I'm a Lions fan after this game. I really don't.
No, it doesn't feel good.
That defense is gettable.
Aiden Hutchinson makes a few plays, but he can't be your entire defense.
Yeah. I don't know. And I don't know what the answer is. But here's what I know. I know they're panicking because they're changing coordinators. Dan Campbell, I'm taking over play calling, and it's just I'm relinquishing these duties, and they're panicking. They don't have the answer, and I don't know what the answer is for them. But anytime you see teams start changing coordinators, I think that's why the Eagles are not changing coordinators. I think they probably should be, but I think they don't want to signal panic. The Lions are like, we don't care what we signal. We got to figure something out. So,
I mean, the litmus test is going to be Thursday on Thanksgiving Day. How do they look against the Packers?
I'm so ready.
Golly,
we got a great Thanksgiving Day this year.
We do. We really do.
We have. I remember, I think it was last year, Thanksgiving was kind of terrible. This one is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I will be ignoring my family for sure on Thursday. Like, once 1 o'clock, don't talk to me. Unless you want to talk about the game that I'm watching, don't talk to me. Don't speak to me.
Yeah, I love it. All
right. Let's see. Jags Cardinals. Are we doing anything there? Trevor he throws 3 picks and they still win.
So the Jags win. Trevor is just, I don't even know what I'm watching when I look at him. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if he's good or not. I don't know if he's really, really bad or good and unlucky. I don't know. It's hard to watch at times.
If I remember back to when I was watching the game, I think one of the picks wasn't his fault. I'm pretty sure. But the other 2 were.
Yeah, but some were. It's like obviously he has the arm to make every throw on the field, but
can he read the defense to make every throw on the field?
Decision making, man. It's like I said it a few weeks ago. He locks in on somebody like before the snap. He's like, "Oh, they're playing this coverage. This guy should be open right here. Get the ball, get it out quick." And the guy's covered. The guy's double covered. It's like, Trevor, what are you doing?
If you take away his first option,
like he's
he
really
panics.
hesitant. Yeah, it seems like he's really hesitant to get to a second option, and he is. I don't think we talk about him this way. He's one of the better athletes in the sport at quarterback. He really is dangerous with his legs. He doesn't use them as much as I think he should. I don't know. He should be farther along than he is in
This is year 5. This is year 5.
Yeah, he should be farther along than he is. But they're in a race, man, and they have a 1-game lead on the Chiefs and the tiebreaker. So really a game and a half lead on the Chiefs. So they got a real shot, man. They got a real shot to make the playoffs.
And I don't want to hit the panic button. I'm hitting the panic button on Trevor Lawrence specifically, but I don't want to just hit it so hard. They are without Travis Hunter for the rest of the year. Brian Thomas Jr. has not been in the lineup or healthy all season, so that stings not having it. But they also didn't look good when he was there too, but I don't know. We'll see. The only thing I want to mention on the...
see this being...
Go ahead.
I could see this being like not this offseason, but I could see this being a situation where he gets traded in a few years. Like that contract is
I could see that.
Huge for the level of play they're getting right now. And again, I know they're 7-4. Awesome.
It could be like a Kyler Murray situation. Even though like I don't think Kyler makes the same mistakes that Trevor does. Kyler makes different things that are frustrating, but just not the blatant errors, I guess.
But Kyler's contract is also much more manageable than Trevor's. I mean, Trevor's getting
I think
Joe
Kyler's
Burrow
getting
money.
like 45 or something like that.
And he only has a couple years left. Trevor, I mean, his extension is just kicking in.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's going to be tough. Only thing interesting on the Cardinals side is, dude, they look better without Marvin Harrison Jr. out there.
Well, that coincided with Jacoby Brissett.
That's true.
And them just saying, you know what? Screw it. We're throwing it 50 times a game. We don't care. We're not running the ball at all. We're not even going to try. We're just throwing it 50 times a game. And they've kind of been in good game scripts for passing the whole time, and it's worked. I mean, I think it's unfortunate that Marv got hurt or had, the appendicitis when he did, because I think he would be doing better than Michael Wilson would have, has done these past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think
Trey McBride still
when I
looks
say
great as
better,
well.
when I say better, I don't mean have better stats. I mean, if
more of an
he and
impact on the
Michael
game.
Wilson were both healthy, Marvin would be the better player. If that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And when I say that,
Does
it
that
was
make sense?
sort of in jest, and it wasn't anywhere insinuating that Michael Wilson's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. It's just weird seeing the offense. Like, I feel like his impact hasn't been that noticed, but it's probably is the game script.
Yeah, I think if it's not the game script. It's just the Cardinals saying, we don't care. We're throwing it 50 times. I think if Marv, they have the Bucks this week. I think if Marv plays, we'll get to see. I think all three of them, McBride, Marv, and Michael Wilson, will all have good games.
Yeah.
Dude, I looked back today at some of the scouting rankings for where they had Marv. He's like an all-timer as a prospect. He can't be bad.
We throw generational around a lot, but he definitely was, at least on paper, a generational talent.
Here's what I'll say. We've seen what this offense is looking like. If things don't change, like in 2 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks, they have the Texans. Don't count that game. The Texans are going to crush them, right? But if they keep throwing it 45 to 50 times a game and Marv doesn't produce, then we'll have serious questions at that point. Marv wasn't producing with Kyler. It seems like it was really a Kyler problem, because you know who else wasn't producing with Kyler? Michael Wilson. And even to some extent, Trey McBride wasn't doing what he's doing now. Everybody's gotten better with Jacoby. So if Marv isn't producing if they keep throwing it this much, we'll have some serious conversations. We'll
see. On the Cleveland Raider game, Cleveland wins 24-10. Do we have anything on the Shedeur takes? Because I know that's what's taken the NFL by storm. I am not jumping on any sort of bandwagon. He had one really nice throw. I'll give him that. When he rolled out, tossed it about 50 yards. Solid play. That's really all he did the whole game.
I think there's no shortage of Shedeur content. If you want Shedeur content, you can find it out there. So
yeah,
we can just skip this game altogether. Yeah. Honestly,
they beat the Raiders. Calm down, guys. Eagles versus Cowboys.
Yeah,
collapse of the year, perhaps. You're up 21-0 against the Cowboys, and then, I mean, give props to the Cowboys. They didn't panic. They stayed true to what they do. They threw the ball a lot. Dak Prescott had probably an MVP level second half against the Eagles.
Yeah, so we'll talk Cowboys first. Obviously, they won. Dude, I think Dak is going to. So we're going to talk about Stafford. He's the clear MVP right now. I think Dak is going to take some second place votes from Drake May. Like, he's playing that well. Now,
I think he should.
Drake is probably going to get it because the NFL, it really is. Like, you really need to win your division. Dak is not going to do that in all likelihood. But this is, to me, for my money, this is the best season he's ever had. For my money. And he's had, I think, probably even gaudier stat seasons. And he's also had way better record seasons like his rookie year. But this is the first time I ever am thinking they're winning because of him. Like, their defense is improved when they got Quentin Williams, but he is carrying them to wins. And I've never said that about Dak before. I've never thought that about Dak. I never thought he was that guy. I thought he was really a product of whatever was around him. That's not the case this year, man. He has been awesome, and Pickens has been awesome. CeeDee Lamb has not been.
George Pickens is going to make himself a lot
He's still elite.
Of money this offseason. He is making himself George much Pickens, money.
Okay, let's do this. So legitimately, I'm trying to think how much money George Pickens has made himself. So let's say George Pickens went out there this year and had 800 yards and 5 touchdowns, like a normal year. Like, that was his year with the Cowboys.
A typical wide receiver.
What's he getting in free agency? What's he getting in free agency? Like, after being kind of a problem, he's never really produced at a crazy high level. Is he getting 3 years, $18 million a year? Is that what he would have gotten?
That's what I would get, probably 15 to 20 millions. I don't think he would hit 20, but something in that range.
No, something like that. Maybe 4 years. Dude, at this point, he's getting 3 or 4 years. He's getting
30.
At least 27. Yeah, he's getting at least 27. I'm thinking he could get upwards of like 31, 32. So,
I mean, if he keeps this pace, I mean, we're 12 games through the season, all right? He's got 1,050 yards and 8 touchdowns. I mean, he's going to have 1,400 yards, if not more.
Yeah, and I mean, he's going to get it from Dallas. Yards. Dallas is going to be the team that pays him, and you're looking at 30. I mean, he's made himself 30 to 40 years, or 30 to 40 million in total contract probably this year, with how well he's played.
Yeah, I mean, he's outproducing CeeDee.
And so
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's better than CeeDee, but he's outproducing him right now.
Yeah, he for sure is. I don't think the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. Let me pull up the conference right here.
They got a shot.
I still don't really have faith in them. They're an elite. No, they're not making the playoffs. They're an elite offense, like one of the best in the league. But they're 5-5-1. I just don't know if they have the time, and I don't know if they have really still the roster to make this up. So yeah. I don't have a ton of confidence in them to make the playoffs, but it's always nice to beat the Eagles if you're the Cowboys.
Yeah. But what about the collapse on the Eagles side?
Dude.
They can't play two halves of football.
Absolutely.
They can't do it.
No, they absolutely disappear at times. I mean, like, we've done this in the past. I'll do it right now. We've done this in the past with them where we get to a certain point in the game and they just do not move the ball in the second half. So let's pull this up. Their play-by-play in the second half. Second half, they go 3 and out, 6 and out, 3 and out, 7 plays missed field goal, 6 plays fumbled, 5 and out. That's their drives, man. It's unbelievable how they disappear at times.
Now, I think one of those, if I remember correctly, one of those fumbles was a muffed punt, so I don't think that was necessarily on the offense.
No. This was the Saquon fumble.
Oh,
not in the
I forgot he
second
fumbled.
This was the Saquon fumble. Yeah. And
Man.
like, it's bad. And there's got to be a reason. Okay, and we can't say it's Lane Johnson because this is the first game he's missed. Saquon, I think, is probably 85 to 90% of the player he was last year because of the wear and tear. But 85% of Saquon, 90% of Saquon is way better than this. Their offensive line is still good, not great. There might just be something to this noise A.J. Brown has been making.
The thing I thought was extremely funny
if it's
to myself was AJ had 8 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown. So he's happy with this game. He's thrilled.
Oh, he's thrilled.
He did everything he wanted. He doesn't care about winning.
I don't know if it's OC. I don't know if it's Jalen. I don't know what it is. But they're broken, dude. Changes need to be made.
I'm more worried about the Eagles than the Chiefs.
21-0.
I'm more worried about the Eagles than the Chiefs.
Oh, as far as making the Super Bowl, who would I say has a better chance of making the Super Bowl today?
Not a playoff contender, a Super Bowl contender.
I mean, I don't know, man. The Eagles, they got to figure something out. It's not just their players aren't as good. I still think, like I said, I think Saquon Barkley, I think the wear and tear from last year is heavy. Not just how many carries he got in the regular season, but they played 3 or 4 playoff games. I actually think he'll be better next year than he is this year, probably, because that's kind of how these things work with running backs that get that kind of workload.
Yeah.
But he's not this much worse. He can't be.
I mean, a fall off is expected. Like the workload he had last year, running backs just don't do well coming off a season like that. They just don't.
And typically you see them better 2 years after than the next year. Like look at Christian McCaffrey. Every single year he misses the whole season. Like he has a great year, misses the whole year, great year, misses the whole year. We've seen it with a bunch of running backs before. I think it's happening to him, but that's not why this is happening.
No.
This is deeper than that, and I don't know what the answer is.
I don't have anything either. They have, and I guess this is why I'm more worried for them than I am for the Chiefs. I think the Eagles are still top to bottom a better team than the Chiefs. I think that's fair to say. Chiefs don't have internal problems. The Eagles are filled with internal problems. And I feel like some of that's got to come back to Nick Sirianni. Like, this stuff doesn't happen under Andy Reid. This stuff happens all the time under Nick Sirianni.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say they've got a. You love the end of their schedule. They're at home at the Bears this week. They got the Chargers next with the state of that O-line, and then Raiders, Commanders twice, and Bills. So you really like a 4-2 there, maybe a 5-1. So they're in really good shape for the division, but I'm worried if I'm an Eagles fan.
If I'm the Chargers, I bench Justin Herbert in that game. Don't put him out there.
Yeah, that's going to be brutal.
All right. Speaking of LA, last 2 games, then we'll wrap up. Chargers, I mean, they handle every bit of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-7. Or not the Chargers, the Rams, I'm sorry. And We talked about this in the group chat, and I'll touch on it here. If I had to re-rank the NFL today, the power ranking, I have the Rams. Like, it's not a competition to me or a conversation as to who is the best team in the NFL. It is the Rams, easily right now. Not even close.
Yeah, and I don't see them as unbeatable, but I do think they're the best. Stafford, man, he is elite. Like,
Can we
he
talk
is still
for Stafford a second? Because his season was in question. There were talks, maybe does he retire this offseason? Does he not? Obviously, we thought he was coming back.
Are the Rams pushing him out the door?
Are the Rams pushing him out the door?
That was floated.
Then he has the back injury goes on, and the fact of he may not even start this season because of the back injury, and now he's going to, unless something crazy happens, he's going to win the MVP in a walk away with the MVP.
He's six games away from the MVP, and probably that securing his Hall of Fame spot. That's where he's at. Man, it's incredible. I love to see it. This offense is a lot of fun for me to watch. I really love watching them.
They have Stafford is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I throw age, all that stuff out of it. He's top 5, and he's playing better than anyone else. They have a serviceable running game. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, not elite guys, but they're good. They can handle that.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are not the most talented at this point wide receiver duo in the league, but they are the best wide receiver duo in the league.
They might be.
Devontae Adams
They might be the most talented.
Absolute cheat code with Matthew Stafford. And he's not even the best receiver on the team. That's Puka Nacua. It is insane what they're doing right now.
Devontae's going to go down as one of the great red zone receivers of all time.
I can't remember who said this, but I think he passed Jimmy Graham for the most 1-yard touchdowns in the NFL.
Okay.
That's crazy. To pass Jimmy Graham?
I love Devontae.
God, and by the way, the Rams have a top 5 defense. So throw that in the mix as well.
Yeah, they're a problem.
Yeah. I don't have any much Tampa. They're just so banged up. Baker gets banged up in this one as well. It's going to be a tough finish for them.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tough finish. And you look at what they've done in some of their wins. They beat Seattle. That's a great win. Outside of that, they beat the 49ers as well when the 49ers had just lost Bosa and were really banged up. They beat the Texans when they couldn't move the ball. The resume's
beat
not
the Jets
great right now. The resume's not great. Now they've got it in front of them, man. They can finish. I'll tell you what, if guys don't come back from injury, the Panthers could win the division. It's not impossible. I don't think it'll happen. I would trust the Bucks right now.
Crazy situation we're in.
But it's not. You're looking at the standings right now.
Yeah.
Look at these standings. The Panthers are 6-6. Tampa's 6-5. They play 2 more times.
The Panthers are 3-0 in the division. They beat did they beat the Saints already? I know they beat the Falcons twice.
The Saints beat them, I think.
That's right. The Saints beat them 17-7.
Yeah, the Saints beat them. Yeah, the Saints beat them.
But they still play them again.
That was
3.
The game yeah.
You're 2-1 in the division with 3 games left. The Panthers control their own destiny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
What a wild situation. Speaking of the Panthers, 49ers beat them 20-9 on Monday Night Football. I don't really have a ton on that. The 49ers are better. It was terrible watching it because Bryce Young throws 2 picks. Purdy throws 3 picks.
Yeah. So, Purdy.
He just has some of these
I've never been
sometimes.
the biggest fan, right? I've never been the biggest fan, and it reminds me of something. He's changed as a player. He is aggressive now. It feels like he trusts his arm more than Josh Allen trusts his at times. And
that's not smart.
that's not where you want to be, I don't think. I remember a few years ago when it was one of the 30 quarterbacks in my life that my dad has tried to convince me is going to be good for Washington. It was when Taylor Heineke was there.
Oh, goodness.
It was when Taylor Heineke was there. You remember that? You remember that run? And my dad made the comment one time in a positive way. He said, he's just, because Heineke was aggressive, man. And my dad said, he reminds me of Brett Favre if he just wasn't as talented. And I said, Dad, do you realize you just described the worst possible quarterback you could have?
The only reason Brett Favre got as far as he did was the talent.
It was the arm. That is the only reason. And Purdy is a guy that, if he stays within the bounds, can lead you to a Super Bowl. He's proven that. Dude, if he starts trying to be Josh Allen, we're in trouble. And I feel like he gets that sometimes. Now, he got away with it here. But against the really good defenses and the really good teams, he's not going to be able to do that. But I don't know. 20-9, good for them.
I think Shanahan will calm him down. Like, if there's a coach that is not worried about this, it's Shanahan.
I think so too. And dude, I don't agree with this. There's been whispers today I've heard of Mac Jones should take over. I am not there.
No,
I mean, my goodness, guys.
Come on now.
Dude,
there were whispers last week that like Chiefs fans were complaining about how it's time for Andy Reid and Spags to go a couple weeks ago. Like, come on now. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. That's just Chiefs fans forgetting what it's like to be one of us.
Must be nice to live in the real world every now and then.
Yeah. But, yeah, so 49ers, just going to be a fun end of the season in the NFC West and the NFC wild card. A few weeks ago, we were worried that it was already set, but it looks like we're going to have some fun down the stretch. Yeah. Panthers, I think Canales has had a really good year. I thought he had a terrible game. I did not think Canales was good, but they're to the point, I think they're the only team in the league you can say this about. Well, maybe the Vikings right now too. The biggest factor in whether they win or lose is if their coach can be perfect. Like, if Canales can be perfect game plan, perfect script, perfect play calling, they win. If he's not perfect, they lose. I think it's probably the same way with the Vikings right now, but yeah, Canales wasn't great, and you can tell he's coaching in a way where he knows his quarterback is limited and he can't trust him, and that makes it really tough on a head coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, Week 12 is officially in the books. I am very excited for Week 13. Thanksgiving has got an incredible slate, like you've already said.
It does.
We get
and Burrow comes back just in time to make it all the better.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm gonna have a legit questions in several fantasy leagues. Like, I've got Jacoby Brissett and Matt Stafford in one. And Joe Burrow's coming back, and I've got to figure out a quarterback to sit now. That's a problem. I don't like it.
Brissett.
But Brissett's throwing the ball like 50 times a game.
You know who else is going to throw the ball 50 times? Joe Burrow.
It's true. You're right. Can't argue with that. All right. Well, that'll do it. We'll see you guys after Week 13. Honestly, at this point, I'm just hoping for more chaos. I really hope it happens. I want to see just the wildest playoff scenarios happen. So we will see how it all pans out next week.